Hello beautiful people, 2022 has been a somewhat milder year in music, but on the other side there have been some iconic and controversial pop culture moments, like the Will Smith slap, Kim in the Maryland dress, Kanye's continued meltdown and being an asshole. On the music side of things, so many icons and veteran acts returned, Beyonce, Rihanna, Adele, and Kendrick Lamar. Some hit and some missed. With that being said, there are also some things that I feel have grown in popularity this year that I am not a fan of, and I feel they should be left in 2022. Realistically, that probably won't happen, unless it's more of a quick fad trend, but it usually takes a while for normal trends to die down. If I had the power to, these are some of the trends I would undoubtedly leave behind this year. Nonetheless, let's hop right into it. Male rappers naming songs after female counterparts. I want to make it clear I'm not a person that's strong on policing art. Obviously, people can say and do what they want in their music, but it is also open to critique. There have been many good songs named after female entertainers in the past, but I feel like in the age of TikTok, it's mostly just used as a clout token to draw attention and leech off of someone else. Almost all of the songs that have been released in the past year or gone viral in the past year that follow this formula are boring or bad songs like Doja by Central C, Doja Cat by Snot, Dua Lipa by Jack Harlow, Ice Spice by NLE Choppa are all pretty boring songs, and the only thing that makes them memorable is that they are named after popular female entertainers. I will say the Billie Eilish song by Armani White isn't bad, it's pretty fun, even if it's just a pretty normal TikTok song. But I just feel like if you're going to make such a grand gesture for a song title, then the song at least has to be good. Otherwise, you're just trying to gain memorability by attaching your work to someone else, even though the work itself is lackluster and boring. Don't use these girls as a crutch if you're going to use their name. Carry your own weight and make it good if you do use their name. That's all. The spread of gruesome videos. I'm not going to go too deep into this subject, but I will say, just to cover all bases, that I don't feel like anyone needs to be exposed to so much violence and gruesome material online. There's absolutely no reason someone scrolling their timeline, minding their business, should be able to see such gruesome acts. It's disgusting, it's terrible, and I feel like the social media apps do not regulate this type of material as much as they should. It's ridiculous. Social media apps will flag all type of minuscule things but let stuff like this fly, and it's so disturbing to me. Now onto something a little bit lighter, or way lighter, TikTok songs that use nursery rhymes. TikTok songs that use nursery rhymes. I have a few titles that I nickname it at times, such as nursery rhyme pop, juvenile pop, or super edgy because it tries so damn hard. It seems to be becoming some type of semi-popular subgenre. Notably Gayle with ABCDEFU and Leah Kate with Twinkle Twinkle Little Bitch have gotten a lot of attention and a lot of push with their nursery rhyme pop. The main problem in my eyes with these type of songs is that the artist confuses their transformation of these nursery rhymes with personality, but it just shows a lack of personality. These nursery rhymes are never incorporated in a clever way or really even having anything to do with the song. They just act as a placeholder to build up to the shock or what the artists and songwriters intend to be a shock when they say a curse word instead of the original lyrics. I also just don't really understand the obsession with making infantile things explicit, but I hope the world moves away from these type of piss poor songs. Blueface and Chrisean. They are a trending couple right now, and for no good reason. I think they are a prime example of a couple who doesn't need to be pushed into the limelight, which is why it was so perplexing when someone as famous as Lizzo dressed up as Chrisean for Halloween. It's like, why is anyone with that level of visibility giving this person more attention? First of all, they are a degenerate couple. Chrisean is known for fighting, acting out, and being rude, and Blueface is known for his offbeat rapping and the same exact thing as Chrisean, fighting, acting out, and being rude. This relationship has taken center stage of their marketing, but they are volatile, they are violent, they are dysfunctional, and just all over the place. From what they have shown, they just don't seem to be good people. And honestly, I don't really see this ending well for anyone involved, and I don't think they should be broadcasted at all. I genuinely hope this is a couple that fades into irrelevancy. The contentification of Halloween costumes. You know, I feel like Halloween has really changed and shifted culturally within the last few years. I really do like a lot of the photo shoots. I just feel like they're not actually costumes. They're just celebrity photo shoots, normal celebrity photo shoots. And I don't even really think there's anything wrong with the photo shoots. I just think Halloween has become more content focused now than ever. So to put it simply, I don't really understand why anyone would wear a costume if they have to Photoshop and digitally alter themselves while they're in costume. It just kind of defeats the entire purpose of wearing a costume. But on the same hand, I do like seeing a lot of the photo shoots. I just wish there was a common ground where it didn't seem so content driven and feels like a real true Halloween costume as well, and not just a photo shoot. Next on the list, we have lazy samples. I do believe in the validity of sampling, and I do believe sampling can be a great art form within itself. However, I feel like there's been such an influx of songs that are using lazy samples. Well, an influx of hit songs using lazy samples. Meaning they're hardly samples, they don't transform anything, they don't breathe new life into it. Even the premise of the song is similar to the song they are using. I'm just not a fan of people using a song verbatim, same exact instrumental, same exact melody, just different lyrics. It just reads to me as someone who's gone creatively bankrupt. Or two are just trying to ride off familiarity and nostalgia. And I feel like if a similar or the same instrumental is used, and especially if the original is a super classic, just all around great song, then the artist who is sampling that song needs to deliver a genuinely good performance. If you're going to use the original as a crutch and not an enhancement, then your performance needs to be on par with the original and injecting something new with it. Or else what's the point? We can just go listen to the original. I think out of all the sample-based music hits or songs that I've heard this year, Beyonce has done the best job of breathing new life into samples, using them in creative and most times not so obvious ways, and turning them into her own thing. Music fans attacking publications for giving their favorite artist a good score. I find this very insane, but I've seen it a lot online. Now, discourse around album reviews and scores will always take place, and they are fun conversations to have. However, it moves toward pure craziness when I see fans of the big artists attacking publications because they didn't get an absolute score or an inch off from it. In what world is a 7 out of 10 a bad score? And secondly, I don't understand why a score like that would drive any fans to attack a publication because it's still a very high and above average score. And I've just seen this develop more and more over the years, where like if an album doesn't get a 9 out of 10, they will rip the critics to shreds and dogpile on them. And I just find it to be literally insane. At that point, there's nothing wrong with the critic, there's something wrong with the fan. Now, of course, people can express that they feel the album deserves higher, but making up conspiracies, dragging the publications, and attacking people for giving your favorite artist a good and above average score is crazy, legit crazy. Even with actual low scores, it's not right. But it is expected that fans will be upset at something like that. But it's a whole different level of insanity when it comes to good scores. And I just hope moving forward when it comes to ratings and scores, and specifically attacking people for giving a good score, that people will be more self-aware and not so reliant on parasocial relationships.